down at the Dodgers Ferry boat ramp because I'm going to do some letterboxing today, and I thought I'd just go live, see if anyone wants to come on a stroll with me. It's another beautiful day. It's really cold, but crystal clear water, very calm out there. Quite a few boats have already gone out since I got here. I made a coffee to take with me, but I realised I've got to carry leaflets and the phone on the little tripod-y thing, and yeah, too many things to carry, not enough hands. So I thought I'll just sit here and have my coffee first and then do some letterboxing. And I know that I'm... Hey Lady Pegasus, how you doing? Look at this beautiful day here today. Hey Ruth, walkies. Yeah, we're going to go for a walk. I'm doing some letterboxing, so I thought it'd be fun just to do some letterboxing. And then I've just noticed there's a little trail leading up the hill. So this little point up here is Tiger Head. It's Tiger Head Road, Tiger Head Point. But I thought it'd be fun just to have some company while I wander around, but have a look at the day. And yeah, I'm probably going up against all the big American YouTubers because what it would be Sunday night for them, I guess. But I don't care. How's everyone doing today? We're just going to sit here at the boat ramp because I made a coffee and I've got to carry leaflets, and I've also got to carry the phone on the little tripod to be live with you guys. So a few too many things to carry and not enough hands. I'll be right back, just in the middle of reporting a text scam. Go, you good thing, Lady Pegasus, go, you beauty. I watched a couple of Kip Boger's videos again this morning. I kind of want to contact him and say that I'm doing some scam baiting of romance scammers in Australia and see if I can get some technical knowledge from him, but he's absolutely killing it in the scam baiting world. The best thing you can do is report them. I'm assuming you're doing it through the ACCC website. So what we're doing today is I'm just doing some flyering about an issue that I'm really passionate about, which is voluntary assisted dying, also known as euthanasia. We've got a bill that's being tabled in Tasmanian Parliament later on this year in September. Towards the end of September. It's you abandoned grey, good grief. The creators I rip people away from. So yeah, I thought I'd let you know what I'm actually flyering for. So it is for the voluntary assisted dying bill that's being tabled in Parliament later on this year in September. There's, you know, a lot of reasons why I support it, primarily because I watched my mother die in agony, and you know, she wished back then in 2000 that she could have ended her life without having to suffer anymore. She didn't talk about it at length with us, but having witnessed it and understanding the amount of pain she was in, it just seems so cruel. If an animal's in the same sort of pain, we take them off to the vet for the green dream, but if you're a human being, you've got to suffer. It's not fair. And you know, we all talk about dying with dignity, but there's no dignity in death. Good work, Lady Pegasus. So, I mean, we've got petitions happening down here for it to be legislated. A lot of people are writing to the media and local politicians, sharing their stories about why they support it. Same reason for you, Ruth. That's the thing. I mean, anyone that's known anyone who's died of a terminal illness and has been in so much agony and just the lack of any quality of life at the end of their life, I don't know how you couldn't support it. But yeah, there is a petition. I mean, I'm not sure. I think you may have to be Tasmanian to sign R1, but hi Kanga Blue, how you doing? We're going letterboxing this morning, Kanga, for the voluntary assisted dying bill. I'm letterboxing Interesting suburb where I live, because a lot of us collect our mail like I do from the post office. So there probably won't be as many letterboxes as... There'll probably be 50-50, I reckon. I can also put these brochures... This is what I'm delivering. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but those two beautiful girls, Jack and Nat, are with their mum Diane before she died late last year. She had 11 months of absolute agony, but these are the girls that are pushing the Your Choice Tas movement to try and get this bill through. And so yeah, we're just doing these little brochures. There's a bit of info on the back for people with the address for the petition and other things that they can do. They're even planning on organising some forums once all of the COVID-19 restrictions are eased. So there is a Facebook group, Your Choice Tas, and lots of social media activity, and also they've got a website too. It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful and calm. It is pretty brisk, but I'll just finish my coffee and pop my I didn't hear about that Lady Pegasus. That's really sad. That's really, really sad. That's horrible. I was actually talking to a girlfriend of mine who lives in Hawaii. They're being moved, her husband's a Marine, and they're being moved back to San Diego, and she's felt very safe in Hawaii. And California is the state that's really, really getting battered at the moment with COVID-19, and things became a bit real for her this morning when one of her former, well not former, but one of her friends that she made when they were based in Okinawa in Japan, this beautiful American girl with 5 kids, one of her children died of COVID-19 this week, or over the weekend, and the remaining members in the household, the remaining 4 kids and her husband have all got it as well, which is just awful. But Ange and I were just talking today about how if anyone that's being so blasé about sort of social distancing and self-isolating and so on, if they knew anyone that died of it, they would be taking it a lot more seriously, which sort of leads into why I'm flyering today, supporting the voluntary assisted dying bill, because I lost my mum 20 years ago to breast cancer, and just the amount of suffering and pain she was in at the end of her life, it was just cruel. The reality is, if she'd been a family pet, we could have had to take her off to the vet and had her put down. But human beings, for some reason, there's no legalised euthanasia in Tasmania. We can go to the state of Victoria, well, we could pre-COVID. If we had medical reasons, we could opt for that, but we want people to be able to stay at home in Tassie. Yeah, I really feel for you guys in New South Wales. I hope that it doesn't get as bad as it is in Victoria. Kylie, hey, how you doing? I hope they pass that law by the time... Yeah, exactly. And, and even, I mean, I'm in my early 50s now, and I've lost so many friends in the last few years to, mainly to cancer. One of them, from diagnosis to death, was only 3 weeks. But another one was 6 months, and she was amazing. She travelled overseas and did a heap of things before she died, but the last 6 weeks of her life she was miserable. Then another girlfriend of mine who died at the end of last year, as well as Lou, she had a very rapid descent as well with ovarian cancer. But again, at the end of it, the pain's unbearable, and they just sort of keep you going till you die. I mean, they can give you a bit of a boost right at the end, like they did with my mum when she was already on her way out, but she'd suffered for weeks before that, and it just seems incredibly unfair. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kanga. We're extremely close. Life's been much darker without her, and I feel the same way with everyone I've lost. It's just like, You know, the world does get darker when you lose somebody that you love, and especially somebody that's important and has made a massive impact in your life. It's never the same again. But there's also that drive and motivation to keep on living, right, and make the most of the time we've all got, because it's so precious. Life is so precious. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to go letterboxing. I've got probably a couple more sips of my coffee to go, and then we'll head off. I'll give you guys a choice. Do you want to go the Tiger Head Roadway, which is in that direction? Or do you want to go the Webb Street Road, which is in that direction? You guys get to choose. Put a 1 if you want to go Tiger Head Road and listen to me climb that hill. Put a 2 in chat if you want to go the Webb Street Way, which we have walked along recently as well. It's just so beautiful here today. Hey Will the Rocker, good to see you, mate. Yeah, I was reading about the Crossroads pub. Not good, not good. The figures out of Victoria are pretty staggering. We're doing well. I'm doing well, Will. I'm going letterboxing for the voluntary assisted dying bill in Australia, or in Tasmania. Parliament's going to be debating it in late September, and we're hoping it'll become legislation, because at the moment in Australia you can travel to the state of Victoria for voluntary assisted dying on the medical grounds, but obviously with COVID-19 we're not going, or no one can go to Victoria. We can go to Victoria, but that's complicated. I won't go down that road, but essentially we want our own bills so that people don't have to leave Tasmania. All right, Ruth got in first. We're going to go route number 2. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you, gorgeous. Thank you for your beautiful message this morning. That was so lovely. It makes me feel good knowing that I cheer somebody up. That's all I want to do. When I go live on YouTube, it's to have fun and try and make people have a little giggle, especially at the moment. Like, it's just, you know, pretty horrible sort of seeing what's happening the world over. When you huff and puff up the hill, it makes you feel like you've done exercise. Oh, that's good to know. But we're going to go route 2. You're with your mum's church group. Can't say long. You're blessed to be. Oh, bless you, Will. Well, I'm just going to finish this little bit of coffee I've got left. Just a little bit in the bottom of my keep cup. And then we're taking route number 2, which I will be doing Tiger Head Road as well. I've got 250 brochures to deliver. And if I cover my area and I've still got some left over, I message them and then they'll give me another street or 2 to do. They've calculated it based on how many houses are in the area, but down here half of us don't have letterboxes. We get our mail from the local post office. Victoria to St Anne's 170. Yeah, shit. New South Wales 14 linked to the cross. It's not good, is it? Thanks, Will. Yeah, hit the likes. Okay, so we're going to hit the route number 2. Just another thing, these brochures are not, you're easy with the route. Like, it will be lovely either way. It's just nice to have a chat, and we can give out awards. I used to do letterboxing years ago when I worked as a real estate agent for 18 months of my life that I will never get back. Not my greatest career choice. But I used to carry, while I was doing letterbox dropping, I used to carry little boxes, like tiny boxes of Lindt chocolate that had like 3 or 4 chocolates in it, with a little tag on it that said, "You've won the coolest letterbox of the day award." So we can do a bit of, oh, I locked my car. That was silly. Hey, Pookie Tea, good to see ya. Okay, so I'm just going to put my keep cup in my car. Yummy coffee. It is so pretty. I've just, although you we're heading away from the pretty now because we're going to go to letterbox dropping, doing some flyering for the voluntary assisted dying bill. Just got to make sure I don't letterbox a road I haven't been allocated, because they're trying not to double up, obviously. But I've been given this whole area down here, which is kind of handy. Well, not this whole area, but where we're walking, obviously. So what's news, groovers? Do feel for those in lockdown in Vic, it'd be really tough doing it again and for possibly longer. Well, exactly, and I mean that's part of the problem with easing restrictions. I mean, they were saying that before they started easing restrictions in Australia, that once you ease restrictions, it's much harder the second time around to get people to obey them and stay at home, because a lot of people have done it and then they're suddenly free, and yeah, it's really hard. So there was a lot of cautionary tales from Europe in particular about the timing of restriction easing. Now Webb Street's one of my streets I've got to do, I think. Hang on, check my little sheet. Yep, Webb, and then we're going to go along Pagani. That's okay, Pookie T. Hey, Serenity B, how you doing? I've got you guys keeping me company while I do some letterboxing for the voluntary assisted dying bill that's being tabled in Parliament in September down here. Oh my god, guys, I've started uploading the remaining episodes of the Soft Six, and there's way more than I thought. And it takes about 2 hours to do each episode. So I did a heap yesterday. Well, not a heap, I did 3 yesterday, and I did half of one this morning. Now this says no junk mail, but these flyers are educational and political, so we're actually allowed to drop them in every single letterbox. I'm not breaking the law. Alright, you guys have to pay attention because we are going to give somebody letterbox of the day. How funny was the Soft Six the other night with Ivor? Suck my dick. I've got to try and lift that little bit of the video and make a little promotion. Okay. I don't mind doing a bit of letterboxing. It's a good way to get your daily exercise, hey? The last live of the Soft Six was so hilarious. It sure was. Actually, one of the episodes I did yesterday is really boring, but it's kind of important to the storyline. So everyone in this street's got letterboxes. Up at my place, look how cute this little shack is. I just hope I don't have any angry confrontations with people. They can just say, no thanks, I don't want it. That's a shack. I don't know if they'll be here. Hopefully they'll be back before September. Oh, this is a fancy letterbox. Well, you know you're going to always get lots of love with this channel. I can't believe it's been 4 weeks. I bet you can't either. That's just insane. But I really admire you. You've been such a joyful blessing. Just seeing your name popping up in chat and stuff, despite everything that you've had going on. I love you heaps. I can't wait till we can actually catch up in person too. We got a lot of red wine to drink, don't we? Alright. This is the leaning letterbox of Pisa. Number 4's got an ornate little mosaic on it. I hope Lady Pegasus is probably keeping notes. She'll remember the coolest letterbox. You don't want them back in Taz. Lord knows what they'll bring down with them. Your state's the only one doing it 100% right. Don't want who back in Taz? But no, we're doing incredibly well. Our premier's been amazing and very slow to lift restrictions, and now the border opening's been bumped back again. He's been incredibly good, putting Tassie first and telling the Prime Minister to go fuck himself, in a nutshell. Respect to Peter Gutwin. Oh, look at this one, it's got gumnut babies on it. I don't think anyone's been down to this place for a while, but they'll feel loved when they come down. But yeah, we've been doing really well, and you know, being an island, we had that opportunity to sort of get COVID-19 free, but the reality is, you know, it's a feisty little bastard of a virus. We're not being idealists and thinking that it's never going to get back here again. But for the moment, even just doing something like this, just wandering around the suburbs, it's not really a suburb where I live, it's a little town, can't help but feel pretty sort of comfortable and safe. Hey Mercedes girl, good to see you, gorgeous. Said litterboxing. While I scoop the litter box, that'd be riveting. Biscuit's doing great, thank you. I've always been against the rate Gladys has been easing restrictions. 7,500 people at the Knights football game yesterday. Good God, that's ridiculous. I'm not a fan of Gladys. Sorry. She's oh, I missed a slot in their fence. It's not junk mail. It's educational and political. So there are no junk mail. Signs don't mean anything. But I do have to say, for those of you letterboxing for the voluntary assisted dying bill, now this little laneway here, does that house, I think we've already just dropped off for that place, and we'll be doing that next street over, so I was told to go up and down every little laneway and cul-de-sac as well. So yeah, for those of you who've just joined, I am letterboxing for the voluntary assisted dying bill. Oh, poor Peaky T, I hope you feel better soon, gorgeous. I've been told I put people to sleep, so... Whoa, hey puppy. That puppy was quite unimpressed with me. But yeah, I've been told I put people to sleep, so I could be your insomnia cure if you have insomnia. Anyone who's long. Now, apparently my bit rate isn't great, so if I start buffering, hopefully I'll unbuffer. Oh shoot, your message on Instagram. No, I'll check it when I get home. I'm still logged into Biscuit. I've got to remember to do that. I have to jump between the two. I'll check it out, Pookie T. I've been really bad. I'm not good with Instagram. Biscuit was getting really popular, and then I just got, there's a Facebook group about pets of isolation, and I started flaming their wall with pictures of Biscuit, but in the process I've ignored her Instagram and mine. But no, thank you for reminding me, Pookie T. I'll check it out when I get home. Look at that view. Pretty nice, huh? Yeah, it will buffer a little bit. I had a health status of the stream that popped up just before, but that's vanished now, so hopefully we're back in the clear. We were kind of in a little bit of a I don't know what the word is, probably a little black spot, that little dip in the road. There's a lot of birdies singing today. A little bit of sun would be nice. So far all the letterboxes have been pretty average. The birds are very chirpy. Why wouldn't you be though? Living in Tassie. It's a pretty chilled out place. Love the views. The galahs, yeah, they're noisy. The ones that come to my place, I call them collectively, I refer to them as the moles. Now Sandrift Lane is on my list, which is this little lane here. But I don't think this house has a letterbox. That one doesn't. I think we got that at the front. But does this little one here? No. Oh, hang on. No. Probably like most of the houses here, we have we collect our mail from the post office. You know, the good old-fashioned way. No Rona for the birdies, yes. Mel's rained out. Oh God, I saw that this morning with Lynette. God, she's a dag. She's so funny. People who can take the piss out of themselves are good people. And people who take themselves and everyone else too seriously, what a waste of a life, I think. I mean, everyone's got a story. You can't... That was a plover. Now, hopefully I don't upset any plovers. I'm not sure if it's plover baby season yet, but when it is, if you go too close to their nest, they swoop. But yeah, back to people with stories. I mean, everyone's got stories. You can't live and not have experienced sorrow as well as happiness. Unless you know, under the age of 3 and you kind of blissfully unaware. It's really funny. My friends, they've got a block behind their house, which is straight ahead, and that dog that's barking is Ralphie, who knows me. You can probably hear my voice. We'll say hi to Ralphie on the way back. But yeah, a bit of plover action happening here on the road. And hopefully they haven't decided to nest where I'm about to walk. Because if they have, brace yourselves, groovers, you might be about to witness something really fucking funny. If my phone suddenly shoots up into the sky, I'm using that as protection. Badger, hey gorgeous. I probably shouldn't call you gorgeous. Groover. I do call some of my male friends gorgeous, but I heard you go live on Laura's panel one time, Badger. So what did Badger say? Driving but listening. Oh, I feel bad. These guys have been doing a bit of work around their driveway and footpath, but anyway. Just added my footprints to it. Now I don't have 8th Avenue, which is the street there, which is the street I've got 2 friends who live on 8th Avenue. Well, I've got 4 friends, but 2 couples. Your dogs are freaking out with all the bird sounds I've never heard. They would be. I'd never thought of that. Have I got sunnies on? No, I don't, Kanga. I've got my specs. I can read the screen. The old sunnies on the back of the head trick doesn't work with plovers. It does with magpies, apparently, but the magpies in Tassie aren't swoopers. But we don't have the swooping kind. I love them. Love the maggies. But you should actually let magpies see your face, because they've got memory recall for faces. And if they get to know your face, they leave you alone. True story. Okay. Sup ladies, look at Badger flirting with chat. You might as well. Now this dog that's barking isn't my friend Ralphie. Hey, shh. How you doing? How are you? Have fun. No sign of Ralphie. Bit of hard rubbish happening up here, guys. Anyone looking for a lawnmower or a fan, you know where to come. Oh, this is hilarious. All the birds are confusing humans and animals alike. Okay. I think this is pretty much all I've got on this side of the boat ramp, so we might have to head over to Tiger Head Road. Yeah, Lady Pegasus, I did mention before, I'm not sure if you're around or not, but it is buffering in and out, so I can't do anything about it. Sorry. I'll just keep walking and hopefully it'll sort itself out. Where the area that I live in, all the remote sort of areas of Tassie are on the Telstra Countrywide network, and we're all set up, I don't know, maybe 18 months ago for 5G. But I've found in the last few days at home, my 5G's been really bad. So the mobile network has been a bit shifty, so I've just been using my 4G, I think. But yeah, it will buffer in and out, but I can't do much. You miss the closeness of neighbourhoods. We lost that with increased population. You sound puffed out. Well, I'm talking and walking, and yeah, and it's cold. So I'm not puffed out, but it's just the sound of someone who's got pleurisy, I think. And I wish the microphone on this phone was really bad, because even when I'm not puffed, I sound puffed. Damn it, those guys don't have a letterbox. They've got a big, big property, but no letterbox. Thanks for telling me I sound puffed out. That makes me feel great. Yeah, the mic on this phone though, even when I'm just walking along, or even if I'm sitting still, my breathing, it picks up everything. And I try to turn the volume down before I go live, but the volume buttons sit, but they press against the bracket, and it turns it up again anyway. So we're back down at the car park. So we might head over to the Tiger Head roadside and do a bit more over there. How long have I been crapping on for? Thanks for hanging with me, Grooveroonies. It's not actually showing. Only 37 minutes. Your mum had pleurisy. Kangaroo, if I tried to go for a walk and reading, it was like, you'd go ask. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm doing quite well. I think I'm doing all right. So yeah, we're going to now cross the car park. See, there's a few boats out today. Little trailers all sitting lined up. It's such a gorgeous day. It's so still. I was going to do some letterboxing yesterday, but it ended up being one of those really wet, sort of foggy days, and I was like, nah. But have a look at it. It's just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I'm so biased about Tassie, but I think with good reason. It's pretty cute. It's a pretty cute place. And at the moment it's COVID free too, so that's kind of cool. We're going to go down this road ahead. I'm pretty sure this is on my list. Yeah, listen to the birds, Lovable Road. Don't listen to my 53-year-old lungs panting. See, I've got to go up there a bit later. But I nearly got run over by a kid on a bike. So this is the boat park. It's a really cool playground. You lived on the west coast, did you? Where were you, Michelle? Were you in Strawn? Yeah, I heard the east coast is going to get hammered. We were meant to be getting hammered too, but they've downgraded it. Okay, Canna. Canna is on my list. So let's go. Let's go. But yeah, this is a pretty wicked park for people with kids. Like, I've taken friends of mine with little kids, I've brought them down here, but also kids like in their sort of early teens dig it as well. There's all kinds of cool shit to do. I hope you've battened down the hatches, Kangaroo Blue and Lady Pegasus. We were included in the original crazy weather warning, but then it got downgraded. I must say, it still pisses me off that some of the, not that I'm into them, but some of the major commercial TV networks rarely even mention Tassie. Even the podcast that I listen to about coronavirus, which is an ABC podcast, hardly ever mentions Tassie. And sometimes I think, oh good, just forget about us, because we'll just happily plod along and whatever. But other times I'm kind of like, well, we are part of the country. Can you include us in your statistics, especially if you're talking about coronavirus? Give us a little gold star. You're at Queenstown. I nearly said that. Love or I listen to you with headphones on mute. Well, that's probably the best way to listen to me, to be honest. Yeah, there's lots of dirt roads down here, Lady Pegasus. Being a little coastal town, I'm just turning around to let this car go past. No, Queenstown, Tassie, Kanga. We've got a Queenstown. Fascinating place. Next time you pop up on panel, Michelle, you need to tell everyone about it, because it's such an incredibly unique part of the world. I like this guy's letterbox. It's a milk... What do you call it? A milk canister? Milk thing? Milk container. What's the word for the milk when it gets delivered like that? John of Oof, good to see you, Groovy. Yeah, Queenstown's great. Queenstown was a mining town, and the sulphur killed all of the vegetation, and it's like a moon crater. Well, it was, but it's sort of fighting back now. I had a fair bit of rain last night by the looks of it. Not that apparent at my place. But yeah, the vegetation started growing back, and people in Queenstown were pissed off because it's like, we're a tourist attraction because we look like a moon crater. We can't have trees. And the footy field is gravel. Like, these people are tough. They play AFL on gravel. That letterbox is a bitey one, you know, the ones with the little flaps that swing forward and back. This house is stunning. I don't know if anyone's home. I'll flip my camera around and show it to you. Have a look at this place. How gorgeous is that? That reminds me of Bali. I love it, you had a sighting of a comet over your city tonight. How gorgeous. Volunteering. Oh yeah, I'm letterboxing for the voluntary assisted dying bill, John, which is the terminology we use in Australia for euthanasia. So, okay. 6. I don't think house number 4 has a letterbox. Oh yes it does. Hey guys, I just saw a little track down here that I think might take us down onto a beach. Let's go and check it out. And then I'm going to go back this way because I've got houses along that track. This is kind of fun. It does look like a resort. It's groovy. So yeah, I'm letterboxing for Your Choice Tas. We've got the volunteer assisted dying bill being tabled before Parliament in September this year, and Your Choice Tas have got a full-on awareness campaign happening with a petition for people to sign or go to the government, encouraging people to contact their local politicians, share their stories, letterboxing, and these brochures have got links to all of the sort of social media and website, and I have never been down here before. This is so exciting. This is Spectacle Islands Nature Reserve. Wow. Will's finally back home. We're still live, mate. You don't have mailboxes like that. No. I love the letterboxes in the States where the postman puts the little flag up so that you know you've got mail. But also, when I was living there, we didn't have to take our letters to the post office. You put them in the letterbox and put the flag up, and then the postman will come and pick up your... Oh, okay. Do you know where we are, guys? We're up the end of Red Ochre. This part is actually Blue Lagoon, but see over there, that's the bluff. And my beach, I always say that. The beach I live on is on the other side of the bluff. But we've actually walked along here a few times. Pretty gorgeous. And then that other little track I just spotted, I'm assuming will take me along up there, which is, look at those McMansions. Tiger Head Road is the wealthy part of this area, and the bluff over there. If your house is on the bluff, or if you're up on Tiger Head Road, for the most part, you've got a fair bit of cash. I've got a feeling that track's going to take me around the front of the houses, but that's all right. Yeah, it's lush, isn't it? Shall we go down? Look at, I don't know, it sucks in a way. My phone doesn't give the full colour. Like, the sand is actually looking quite white today, but it doesn't show the true colour on the camera, unfortunately. How nice is it though? We just go for a bit of letterboxing and we just end up in this spot. So out there where there's water breaking, you'll see it shoot up again in a minute. That's Whale Rock, given that name because it looks like a whale spouting, ironically. And when we've done the walk around the bluff, when we get up to that whale watching spot, you can see Whale Rock really clearly. Isn't it beautiful? So yeah, this is Red Ochre. We walk along Red Ochre a fair bit. And this part of the beach is Blue Lagoon. So where that sort of sandstone is where it turns into Blue Lagoon. So it's like a little beach. And then the bigger beach down there is Red Ochre. And then around the bluff is where I am. Yeah, no sun out today, Lovable Rogue. Well, patches of sun. It's pretty cloudy today. My Google Assist was right. Before the sun had even come up, she said it's partially cloudy today. Well, I think it's mainly cloudy. I mean, there is some blue sky over there in the distance. Lady Pegasus went to the entrance yesterday. Lovely sunny day in the ocean and lake. Look, oh, how beautiful. Here yesterday was sort of not rainy but misty all day. Just that weird sort of fog. And I ended up having to go out sort of at 5-ish when the sun was starting to set. I'd forgotten to run an errand. I had to go to the nearby town, Sorel, to get some bits and pieces. And when I was driving back, the temperature gauge went from 8 to 7 to 6 in the space of 5 minutes. Lovable Break, in winter, it's sort of getting dark at 5:30. Like, it's not uncommon to leave work when you're working in town and it's already dark. But in summer, it doesn't get dark down here till 10 p.m, which is amazing. So much fun going out in summer because you finish work, go and have a catch up with some friends, go out to dinner, and then you're sort of like either kicking on to another bar, or you decide to go to a friend's house, or even head home and it's still light. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it, Kanga? The beautiful day at the entrance yesterday. I mean, it is a beautiful day here today. It's not warm, obviously. I think we're only going to get to like 12 degrees, but I mean, I'm in a jumper and a beanie and I'm pretty comfy. I've got my little waterproof gumboots on, so I can kind of stand in the shallows and not get wet. But let's head back. We're going to take the other track, which I think takes us along the front of the houses up on Tiger Head Road. And hopefully there'll be a little laneway or something that'll cut me through to one of the streets I'm meant to be letterboxing. I think Lady Pegasus, the other reason why I'm panting is I've got that bloody strangle bra on again. I really need to put that in the too small box for a while. I got a bit confident because of losing weight. I dug out some old bits of lingerie that I thought would fit me, but I reckon, yeah, this is like having a rubber band around my chest. It's not comfy. Sorry to any of the dudes that are still in chat. Hey, Save Robbie. You've just reminded me I meant to send you an email yesterday and I didn't. Check your email in 5 days. I'll try and get it to you today. Nothing pressing or anything. Just some words for you. Words of love. Proud of you, Griever. To our right we have a swamp. Will the rocker, I feel the same way with my clothes. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Robbie. I think it's so good to use a platform like YouTube to share what you're going through. I think that it's really it's a really good platform that can be used so positively, but to put yourself out there and be so open and share everything you're going through is awesome. It's empowering and refreshing too, even though you've been pushed to a point where you were broken. To be able to bring people along on this journey with you is really cool. So yeah, kudos to you, mate. Now, I don't know if this street's on my list. And have these guys got a letterbox? That's actually Lura. I think someone's scratched away one of the O's. Baby crocodiles? What are you talking about, Will? Right, I've got to find my little list. Yeah, and it would, do they attack? Well, they do, but we don't have them in Tassie, so don't worry. Will, you cheeky bugger. I do have Lura on my list. Okay, let's head up here. Sorry guys, I will get puffy again. Yeah, there's no crocs or alligators in Tassie. The male is blue and black. I don't know what the hell. What are you talking about, Lady Pegasus? You hear frogs. Blue wrens. Yes, we have blue wrens down here. Getting out of the way of a car, you know, because I value my life. Someone told me that butterflies attack. Yeah, we don't call them alligators in Australia. They're crocodiles. They are different to the other one. I think we do have alligators as well. I don't know. We don't have either in Tassie. Or attack. Yeah, only crocs. That's what I thought. It's alligators in the States and other parts of the world. Ooh. That street had a bit of a steeping. Oh, look at that place. I'm trying not to film into the house, but they've got a bit of a nice view. But Robbie, what I was going to say before was, with it helping you, there's people in this house and their letterbox is, I don't care. I've walked up that bloody hill, they can get one. Christ, look at all this stuff. It's like a... it's an adventure. But yeah, Robbie, with it helping you, it makes you accountable as well. Ah, you just said that. So, yeah. Okay, so this place doesn't have a letterbox. And this one looks like it's only partially constructed and now possibly abandoned. I'd like to go in there. Are you posting? Posting. Look at the view though. Posting, you mean like, am I a postman? No. No, I'm doing some volunteering. I've volunteered to letterbox some brochures for the voluntary assisted dying bill. Okay, now I'm getting that weird... Oh damn, it's just a number, there's no letterbox here. This street was a bitch. And I'm just saying, there's no tracks through up there. That's actually their property, so I won't have to go back down. Oh, well, it was worth it for the view. Yeah, I'm missing a valid API key, whatever that means. So I know this happened last time and you guys could still hear me, and I think I ended it, but I'll keep going. So there's some few empty blocks up here if anyone wants to build. Got a nice little view down there to the beach. Look at that funky shack. And they've actually gone to the effort of putting some little topiaries out the front. Request is missing, required, authentic. This bloody valid API key crap again. I'm going to keep chatting. If you guys come back, awesome. And if not, you won't have to hear me puffing and panting. The last comment's from Lovable Rogue, nice house. So I reckon I might have vamooshed, but we'll just keep going. Still got the same number of people watching. unless the whole screen's now frozen. But I know the last time this happened and I bailed, when I look back at it later, people were still chatting, and so I've still got to do... God, I wish I brought my bottle of water with me now. Brought. I've still got to do the letterboxing, so whether we're connected or not. I'm definitely going to be able to letterbox more of this area. I don't think I've even gotten rid of 100 brochures yet. Shh, puppy. Yeah, I reckon it's totally frozed. How you doing? Good, thank you. What a bugger. Oh well, it's been fun, Groovers, if you can still hear me. Now we're getting to some pretty ornate letterboxes. Request is missing. I don't know what that means. Look at that. That's an ornate one. If anyone's even still with me. I don't even know what road I'm on now. I don't normally walk up around here. Look at these pine cones. If I had an open fire, I'd come here every day and get pine cones. Great way to start open fires. The pine cone. Okay, I've got a bit of a steep hill up here. I'm pretty sure you're all gone now, and I'm just talking to myself. Look at that view. Okay, Layette Street. I'm making a mental note. God, if Lady Pegasus thought I sounded like shit before, she's missing out now. I don't know what an API key is. There better be a letterbox up here. The sun weirdly is on my screen. 11 people watching. I don't reckon there are. Okay, I'm puffed now. No letterbox. No letterbox. Haha. One letterbox. Oh well. I wonder how we get back. I think there was another little road. I might just, I don't know if that goes through, or if that's a private driveway. I think I'll drive up. And I think I have lost all of you guys. So from the top of the hill, where I'm now officially puffing, and understandably, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and stay groovy.